What is up, YouTube? It has been too long.
What's happening?
I am your host, Paul S. Stuffy Esquire, joined as always by J. Aquaterra Killer Goobles, and we are here for another watch review. So, first video back since the studio flooded.
Lots been happening.
So excited to be back. Hopefully we can get to weekly content again. We've put in a better acoustic ceiling, drywall, did some upgrades since we had to redo the studio. This is a new camera, so hopefully you enjoy the new content.
Yeah.
So we've a lot of future videos planned. We have watches we didn't get to. We have sunglasses we didn't get to. I've ordered a Grail pair of sunglasses on a Black Friday sale, so I can't wait to at least do an unboxing, and then we might wait till a nice sunny day to do the full review.
I got a whole new crazy obsession.
Yeah, leather boots, so we can go into the fall with, cardigans and leather leather jackets and a whole bunch more gentlemen's accessories to go over for you. But
right on.
Quick wristwatch check. Just a classic Seiko 5 on a simulated, it's genuine leather, but it's got kind of a simulated croc strap.
Matches the watch well.
Yeah. Orange, a little bit of orange in the watch, orange leather. Beautiful. And today's video is the subject of your wristwatch check.
The Omega Aquaterra.
What?
AKA, I'm crazy. It's the Omega Globemaster.
Yes. There we go. I thought you were calling it by the wrong name.
Well, I got it on my mind.
Okay. So stay tuned, fans. We're going to switch angles, show you some close-ups, and then come back for an outro.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, YouTube. Here we go. Another Omega.
Let's take a look at this beauty.
Omega Globemaster. So if you're familiar with our channel, our most popular video right now is the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra. But unfortunately, the Aquaterra was sacrificed by J. Flipper Goobles for this Globemaster here.
It was.
So what was the thought? Why switch what I feel is in the running for the perfect everyday watch to the Globemaster?
I believe at the time I wanted something that was going to be a little more something that could be dressed up. I think that was the whole idea.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's dressier. I mean, almost vintage. I mean, a pie pan dial to me is very vintage.
Yes, it's definitely has that vintage flair back to their history, for sure.
Speaking of the dial, I know it's listed as silver, but in certain lights when you wear this, I'm like, that's a white dial.
It's pretty wild. It's like a color-changing dial in the lights for sure. The other really cool thing about it is the indices in certain light go from silver to black. Even the little medallion there, the little star medallion, will look black at times. As you can see right here, it looks black, but you get it in certain light, then it turns silver. It's a lot of cool details on this timepiece.
Now the bezel, there's something unique to this watch with the bezel, which we just were looking at.
Oh yeah, you got the tungsten bezel. The really cool thing about the tungsten is very scratch resistant. I believe, they use that in a lot of men's wedding bands, right?
What do you know about wedding bands, Jay Goobs? Now, speaking of scratches, I did notice a few on your bracelet, unfortunately, but the watch part itself, and of course the bezel, no marks at all showing.
I've babied this thing pretty good. Obviously, it's really hard to avoid scratches on the bracelet. And
I mean, let's be honest, you didn't really baby it. You kind of just weren't wearing it a lot. Unfortunately, this one is also possibly on the chopping block. We'll discuss more in the outro here.
Look at the cool thing, that movement with the 8900 caliber, which everybody knows is the self-winding coaxial escapement. Meta certified 8900.
It's an amazing movement. I mean, it's more electromagnetic resistant than the Milgauss, which is supposed to be the, scientific watch.
Yeah, it pretty much, I think, is one of the best movements under $10,000 out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful watch. I love the date window right at the 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the bracelet, I actually think this belongs more on a leather strap. However, the bracelet does look very, very nice.
Yeah, we got a nice wrist roll of the bracelet. Now here we go. Custom leather strap from Combat Strap.
God,
wrist roll.
A lot of cool looking straps. You go on Instagram, you'll see it on so many cool straps. This is definitely a strap monster.
Yeah. Strap monster. What is that? Beaver tail?
It is.
Here we got some time-lapse action.
Yeah, just a overall cool watch. A lot of subtle details with this one.
Yeah, it's an amazing timepiece, but I think in your collection, it just might not be the watch for your collection right now.
You never know. I don't know. We will discuss this, though. A lot of cool things about this, though. It really does have... Look at how silver that looks right now. And then you get in the light, and then it looks white. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, Omega, it's a great brand. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite brand.
But I wouldn't call this one as much of an everyday watch. It just feels dressier.
I believe on the bracelet, it does have that everyday feel, but it definitely can be dressed up. But like I was saying, I actually think this is better off on a nice leather strap. And, if you're the kind of guy that likes to switch up straps, I think this is the watch for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She's a beaut, ain't she?
Yeah, I mean, a great watch, but as I had teased in the close-ups, it's on the chopping block. I believe you plan on listening it this Friday, which I got to give you a little crap for. I mean, the Aquaterra was a great watch. You sell it to buy this one, and then now you regret it. You're selling this one, and you're not probably going to buy anything for a while. So I guess what are some things you don't like that put this one back on the chopping block?
All right, well, here, let me talk about what I do like. And we'll go over goods, positives, and negatives. First off, the positives. This does fit my wrist, my 7-inch wrist, rather well. It's got 46 millimeter lug to lug, which is a great size for the height. It's 12.5 millimeters thick.
And just a reference, the two wrist rolls in the close-up footage were both on your wrists.
On my wrist.
Those were your wrists, so 7-inch wrists.
Yeah, 39 millimeter. I mean, the specs are fantastic. I have no problem. In fact, I think this watch is a great watch.
So 39, because we didn't cover specs yet other than the movement in the close-up.
39, 12.5 thick, and then you got like the 46 millimeter lug to lug. I mean,
and then on a leather strap, I mean, it could definitely slide under a cuff, a dress shirt.
Should be just fine. I mean, look,
sliding under your sweater, no problem.
No problem. So the specs are great on it. All the fine details in this
I love the pie-pan dial. I've already said that.
Like I said,
tungsten.
It's got so many cool things about it. However, here's the problem. When I wanted to buy this watch, I thought I was trying to fill like a gap instead of just enjoying what I want. And sometimes I think as watch collectors, we feel like we need to fill certain categories.
Yeah, I set all these rules for myself, and that's what's making it so hard to buy my next watch.
But instead of just enjoying the watch I had and being like, hey, this is a great watch, I felt like I needed more of a dressier timepiece, which is a silly way to go about things. And I'm going to take a hit on this watch, I'm sure, when I sell it. So I'm definitely learning the hard way. So I guess...
Many times the hard way.
I guess the things I don't like is... While the tungsten bezel is awesome when it comes to durability of the watch and non-scratch, it does not... You kind of lose it when you look at it right away. You don't really notice that fluted bezel. It kind of blends in the background.
But I do like fluted bezels. That is one thing I do like about it.
I mean, people compare this to the Rolex Datejust. To me, it's nothing like it. I mean, the Rolex Datejust, if you look at that fluted bezel, now that gives off light. That's more of a flashy watch. This thing is way more muted.
Yeah, my date till 36 with the fluted bezel.
Yeah, and you could tell when the light hits that different. When you look at this watch, me personally, I don't have that special feeling I have with other watches I have.
And one more dig I have to throw at you. The Aquaterra, you actually liked it better on the rubber strap you bought it on, and liked it less when you spent more money ordering the factory bracelet.
That's true.
It was because of the polishing, right? It kind of...
I actually just thought it looked better on the rubber strap. I really love that rubber strap.
So if you could, a little bit of lesson learned, you would probably have not spent the money on the bracelet if you could go back in time, and you probably wouldn't have sold it.
I probably should have just kept it
on the rubber strap.
I said it's not like this is a terrible watch, and it's not like
no, it's amazing movement, amazing watch.
It's not like I dislike it. It's just it gives me an underwhelming feeling, and for the amount of money I spent on it.
You definitely shouldn't keep something that's underwhelming.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of guy that wants to have like a 10 watch collection. I like to keep my watch collection around 4 or 5 pieces I'm going to wear a lot. And this one was just collecting dust for me.
Where I'm a little nuttier. I'm more of a collector of everything I do, and I go for volume, But bringing up your collection, and we need to maybe we'll do a joint state of the collection one day, because we don't each have that many. So we could probably do I'll show you mine if you show me yours, state of the collection. But I want to say, what I'm hearing is your collection has something to do with it. You also recently bought a Manta anthracite dial that you're just in love with, and especially for the lower price point, it kind of pushed this one a little bit out of the rotation.
That's part of it.
So it wasn't getting any wrist time.
So part of it was that Manta Noble that I bought was kind of like a crazy impulse buy.
Yeah, and you end up loving it. Every time I see you lately, you're wearing it.
I know, I got it. And
you're either wearing that or the true Seamaster dive watch.
The Noble has the same dressy, everyday aesthetic, kind of how the Globemaster is. But if I'm enjoying my Noble as much, or if maybe more...
For a fraction of the price, half of the price.
Like a third of the price.
Third of the price?
So, to me... I'd rather just sell this and move on to
save up
else.
For your, because unfortunately the next watch you want is pretty much Grail level.
To be honest, I don't know what I want next. I really thought about buying the Aquaterra back.
Well, I mean, you know what you want. You've got some high watches you love, Zenith, JLC, but those all jump into a whole nother price point.
They really do. Could this watch go towards that? Perhaps. Right now, I think I'm going to just enjoy the collection I have.
So that'll be perfect. We'll do the state of the collection, show what he has, what I have, and hopefully we can solve what I want to buy next, because I impulse bought a Longines, which I definitely love Longines, but I bought another blue dial, and I just put it next to my collection, and I'm just like, here we go, another blue dial. And even though I love blue dials, I told myself I didn't need another blue dial in my watch collection, because I felt I had to have these rules.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have been fine.
I want to know in the comments, has anybody else made like an impulse buy or a buy that you thought you needed in your collection that when it came down to it, you're like, I shouldn't have bought this watch.
Yeah. I bought it and returned it pretty much the next day. I had immediate buyer's regret, and then I had return regret, because I was like, well, maybe it was fine.
Yeah.
I just wasn't ready to buy. I just kind of panicked, and I bought it on an impulse after I had been shopping. I had tried to get a Tudor and a couple other watches, and they were sold out, or the dealer didn't have it. And then I just walked by, saw the Longines, impulse buy, and then returned it, and then I just... It was a whole fiasco.
It's the life of a watch collector. But overall, guys, don't be swayed because I'm wanting to sell my Globemaster.
Yeah, this is definitely more personal preference. Great watch, great movement.
It's a great watch.
Beautiful.
And in fact, I think this watch, if you are really into like changing up leather straps, I've seen so many pictures of this on Instagram with like blue leather strap, like a brown alligator strap, a black, just...
Well, yeah, and you went out and bought a pretty expensive custom-made strap from Combat Straps for it.
Yeah,
Now, what are you going to do with that strap? Because you're not selling the leather strap with the watch.
Oh, I'm gonna use that strap on another watch. I might
What
throw it on
one
my,
do you think?
I might throw it on my Noble.
I would love to see the Noble on a leather strap,
Right.
so we'll have to throw that in a watch video intro.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, overall, guys, the Globemaster is a great watch. It's just it was a little underwhelming to me, and if I don't love something, it's gotta go.
Okay, and I ain't too proud to beg, guys. I appreciate we're climbing in subscribers, we're climbing in views. We want to get over that milestone of 1,000 subscribers so we can continue to put out more content and be there. So we appreciate all the fans we do have. But if you could share, like, subscribe, comment, spread the word about the Stuffy Style Network.
Spread it.
And just help us keep doing what we love and hopefully what you love, learning about, because we're really into fashion, shades, watches, leather products, all the gentleman's accessories. So
yeah,
stay tuned and stay classy.
rock and roll.
I think that was good. We had a lot